It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see a longtime star, Patrick Peterson, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Eagles and the Steelers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on their in-state rivals to the west, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players. It gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Steelers at 4 and 10 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. It's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there, and a first.
Throwing is Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture of the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see it often this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going deep for Brown.
He makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 55 yards.
And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Russell Wilson and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And his struggles, they're continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a first down.
Rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down. Smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
On second down, Wilson forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown!
Connor Hayward, 47 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
So he's stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 41.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
On first down, Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Steelers set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson out to his left.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. On the move to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. He'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception.
From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that one all tied. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First down, Philadelphia.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Now it's Peterson. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Let's go, baby.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return, here's Agnew. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Wilson on second down. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Peterson. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the complete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.